Family violence occurs when someone uses abusive behavior to control, harm, or intimidate a family member or intimate partner. It's important to remember that this may happen as a single incident or as part of a repeated pattern of abuse. Abuse can take many forms, including physical, sexual, emotional, financial, or economic. Family violence does not discriminate. It can affect people of all ages, genders, sexual orientations, marital statuses, religion, cultures, and backgrounds. Family violence can impact newcomers, refugees, Indigenous peoples, and those born and raised in Canada. Parents, single adults, and elders may also be affected. Signs Choose to Change is the only full-time specialized program in Yorkton dedicated to addressing this issue. Our services are free and available to youth, adults, and couples. Program highlights include individual and group counseling, education and advocacy, safety planning and risk assessment, referrals to community supports, cultural programming, and healing practices. Abuse is never the victim's fault. Whether the violence is recent or happened many years ago, healing and support are possible. Choose to Change receives referrals from Victim Services, the Ministry of Social Services, White Spruce Training Center, and many other community agencies. Our program is funded by the Ministry of Justice, as well as by generous private donors and partner organizations who share our commitment to ending violence in our communities. The effects of family violence can be serious, long-lasting, and sometimes even fatal, not only for those directly harmed, but also for those who witness it. Here in Saskatchewan, rates of family violence remain the highest in Canada. However, support is available. Choose to Change is a program offered by SIGN to support anyone who has experienced family violence. We provide counseling, advocacy, support, and resources to individuals who have been impacted by abuse and who are seeking support to create change in their lives.
Victim Services referred me to Choose to Change. My husband of 15 years marriage, we were together about 20, got sick and got violent after he got sick. We ended up in the court system, and I'm left on the farm with kids looking after farm animals and working and trying to deal with this. Where I live is quite remote and there aren't a lot of different options, and to be honest, this all happened in January. So on the farm we have a horse, we have chickens, dogs, cats. It was really cold, and of course there was no forewarning. I had to learn how to run the tractor and clear snow and do all those chores on my own, looking after the kids, me having to handle all the financial responsibilities and so on. It was a bit overwhelming, so I was in survival mode.
The last 2 years of my life, I'd say, have been fairly high conflict in my personal life and in my family. It's been very difficult to handle and to de-escalate, just have a peaceful environment for everyone's sake. I've gone through a difficult situation in my marriage. Things were kind of reaching a critical point. Someone recommended this program and I was looking for different supports. It actually significantly helped me. I find personally it's helpful to have someone to voice my concerns with in a confidential way, and also just be like a sounding board. Even just someone to listen is very helpful, especially when I found it difficult myself to voice my concerns in my personal sphere of people. Having a third party that's outside and removed was very helpful to me, and someone who could provide insight and just a third-party perspective. I found a lot of the tools here to be useful and educational in understanding and gaining insight into my personal situation, where then I can then develop a strategy and a plan to address it. And it's been very difficult to do But little by little, I've been taking the steps to make these changes, and I really appreciate actually even the name of the program, Choose to Change. I found that very meaningful to me because I need to make a choice, and I can, and I am empowered to make a choice.
Going in, I was feeling quite hopeless and that there wasn't much help for me. By the end of the first session, I felt like there was somebody that was listening and understanding and had some knowledge of different services in the area that can help people. So that gives me a little bit of hope right from the beginning when I started, and then also each time as we continue.
First time talking with the counselor here, just having that person to talk to and the way she communicated with me, I felt validated, I felt heard. I felt good. I had a good feeling leaving this place. It is part of the healing journey for me. When a person goes through hurt and brokenness, and when they can then help people through hurt and brokenness, that now gives purpose to that, and a person can turn something ugly into something that's beautiful, something that's helpful to others. Anyone who feels like they've been crushed by life, share your story, because your story can turn around and it can reach somebody else. And it is really part of the healing journey to be able to open up and to share that.
It's given me it's like a safe place to express my feelings and my worries and concerns. Because when you're dealing with, say, domestic violence, you don't really know who to trust, because sometimes people will want to take sides or they don't believe you. And also I work with the public, so I don't really want to share all my information at work. One of the first things they talked to me about was square breathing. I found I was holding my breath a lot because I was so busy, so just that square breathing really helped a lot, calm my nerves. They reminded me to go outside and walk, which I do anyway. I'm a very big fan of nature. I was outside a lot, whether I want to be or not, on the farm. But just instead of just doing chores, I would take that half hour, go for a walk, get those stress levels down, and reconnect.
Don't isolate yourself. Don't allow yourself to become contained in a box where you feel you don't have a voice. There is support out there, and it's very important that you reach out and you tell someone. Use wisdom. Don't tell the wrong people, because that can escalate the situation. But this is really a safe place where you can voice that. I haven't had any concerns. It's a safe place.
I really try and focus on the good things. There's a lot of negative things, a lot of challenges. So I really, really try to focus on the good people helping me and everything that's gone well. Because there are lots of people that have helped me. Just remembering that kind of stuff and focusing on that does help.
If you are experiencing violence, know that there are people who care and who are ready to listen. You are welcome to self-refer to sign Choose to Change. Together we can explore how cycles of violence and patterns of power and control work, and support you in finding pathways to safety and change. You may also consider reaching out to local shelters, police services, faith leaders, an elder, teacher, healthcare professional, another social worker in the community, or support group. And if you or someone you know is in immediate danger, call 911. If you have been affected by family violence, remember, you are not alone. It is not your fault, and support is available.